And then this might be a good time to bring up the other story that I read about with like the dark side of meditation. And like we said earlier, very important to be doing this stuff with a counselor, because this was a story, and I can't find it when I was trying to research for this, but it was about a lady that went to this hardcore 7-day meditation retreat, and she ended up having like very severe psychotic episodes, and this lasted for like years after. And the article talked about it, criticized because with meditation, when you're reading about it online, you never see anybody talking about the dark sides of it. But like you're talking about, it's very much, it's there, it can happen, and we all have this darkness inside of us. So setting that intention is very important.
It is. When I was learning about, I guess, various religious practices, some of them, and when I first started playing with energy, I had inadvertently, I guess, summoned, I don't know, because I won't go back there. Inadvertently, I had somehow found myself in the presence of energy that was so terrifying to me that my natural reaction was to start saying the Lord's Prayer, and I smudged my entire house. Our intentions are very important. The dark side is real. You know, we have a dark side. We have to. It has to be. All things in balance, right? There is nothing if there aren't two polarities, right? Because there's nothing to compare to, then we have nothing. So there needs to be the dark to balance the light, yin and yang, right? For myself, after having had that experience, I inadvertently had it. And I wasn't in a meditation, I was doing something else. Well beyond my scope of what I should be playing with. And anyway, so yeah, we can access that stuff if that's what we're looking for. What are you looking for? I'm looking for where I can improve myself. I'm not looking for the dark side. I am open to look at my shadow self, if you will, those things that I want to improve upon. I'm not willing to go to the dark side. I'm not willing to go into the shadow world because I went there or I drew it to me once and I want nothing to do with it. I'm aware that it's there. My intentions, I always try and keep them. I have some clients say to me, well, you should know this. And I go, well, I do know it cognitively, but you know what? I'm still human too. And I still need to practice this stuff and I fail often. But I always try to set my intentions for good. I am looking in this meditation to improve myself. I am not looking to go somewhere where there is a lack of good or a lack of light or a lack of God. I'm not willing to go there because I've experienced it. And maybe that's why I experienced it. So I would have a very deep, deep respect that the universe is far more complex than my puny human mind can even begin to comprehend.
Right.
And with that respect, it's an awesome respect. And I leave that one to God because I want nothing. I don't want to go there again. So it is your intention. If that's what you're looking for, that's what you will get. If that's what you're terrified of, that's what you will get. Because where focus goes, right? Energy flows.
Yeah.
What we focus on, we attract to us, and that includes our fears. Have I seen some scary things to myself? Absolutely. When I go there, but they're simply startling or they're scary or they're concerning where, oh, Paula, oh, I didn't know that was there. I'm not sure I really like that. Oh, thank you for showing me that. Or, you know, I can get scared. I will see things that are a definite warning sign. You know, we do see those things. If we don't want to see them, we won't. But they're there. And tread lightly. What's that t-shirt saying? Dragons like us because you're crunchy and good with milk. Right?
Yeah.
Be cautious. But that again comes down to mindfulness. What are your intentions? Are you using your superpowers for good or evil? Because you can have whatever you want. So be careful what you wish for. We've been warned about that many times. Be careful what you wish for. Thank God for unanswered prayers, because we as humans are kind of like little kids, and we're like, ooh, what's that? I'm gonna play with that. Don't tell me I can't go there. Don't tell me I can't do that. Even as adults, we kind of carry that with us because we're naturally curious.
Yeah.
Don't tell me I can't look at something. I want to check that out. Do so at your own risk. Thank you very much.
Right.
Not in my house.
And so a book I read is called Feeding Your Demons, and it's based off of like Buddhist religion philosophy stuff. So what it goes through how to do like a ritual where you have the two cushions and you sit and you physically like, well, you set that intention, like, what am I gonna meditate on? And it's usually, she recommends, it's like, that thing that you're afraid to delve into might be the one that needs the most addressing. And
Absolutely.
so you sit and you kind of, and I haven't had success with the visualizing a demon aspect, and I'll talk about my process after this, but the point is, like, she visualizes the demon and then she kind of asks it like what it needs, and then you physically get up from the one cushion and move to the other one and kind of like embody it and nourish what that part of you. And that's the thing, it's like, it's not this like devil from, or demon or whatever, from something external, it's from within you. So to me, like, that helps because it's like it makes it less scary because it's more about self-mastery.
Yes.
So but it also reflects with what we've been talking about in the last one and this podcast with like and then so after you do nourish the demon, you shift back to the other cushion. And she also strongly recommends keeping a journal of all the experiences and what you discovered.
Yes.
But what we've talked about, it kind of parallels with, like, it's about more, even if you're not physically or mentally visualizing and manifesting a demon entity, it's about just more listening to yourself and figuring out what do you really, really need.
Yes. Know thyself. Before we start to do any sort of, it sounds like what you're referring to is like shadow work, right? Facing our shadows. Know thyself. Because if you go there and you don't know thyself, you can get lost there because you don't know where you need to return to. Where am I? Who am I? I am not my shadow. My shadow is part of me, absolutely. But I'm not going to live in my shadow. I'm not going to let my shadow over embody me. When I can bring them together as one, my shadow and my light, my yin and my yang, my good and my bad, however we want to label it. Humans love labels. When I can bring them together, that is who I am. To live in either one or the other is not realistic. It's just not. So we need to embody that, but we need to know ourselves first. We need to be aware of ourselves. We need to be aware of our body. We need to know what makes us tick and what makes us afraid.